So the first question is movie or book? You can tell anything that captures the essence of healthy relationship.
Healthy relationship. This is like this is very difficult. Like right now to just uh,
Hey, I'm Tanvi. Welcome to another guest episode of Pages and Beyond podcast show. So today I'm delighted to introduce you to Abha Jha, who holds MPhil in English Literature and Masters in Journalism. It's my privilege to have her on my show as we delve into her journey of life coaching, specifically in relationship, and the impact of her profession on her writing journey, specifically focusing on her book Checkmate.
Warm greetings to all. I'm glad to have been invited by Tanvi to her show Pages and Beyond.
Before we jump into the main conversation, I would like you to introduce to our audiences and tell a little more about yourself.
Sure, Tanvi. So Tanvi, having a background of an educationist for 2 decades, I transitioned to energy healer, full-time energy healer, trainer of the same modality, and a life coach. And of course, I have authored 3 books. I am a very passionate writer since my childhood. Uh, so far as energy healing is concerned, which I took up in 2015, so it's almost a decade I have spent in this. I heal through the modality called Serenity Surrender, right?
Okay.
So uh, it is achieving peace, serenity through surrender.
Oh,
So
wow.
art of surrender, that is what I teach, and it is basically based on treating the subconscious belief system.
Wow.
So we treat people, we heal people by dealing with their what is hidden in their subconscious mind, and that is how we manifest our life through our subconscious mind, which is just contrary to what we think, that we manifest our life through conscious mind,
Mind.
right?
Oh, that's
So
lovely.
by checking on the belief systems we have in our subconscious mind with regard to different aspects of life, we heal people through it.
Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing.
Yes.
That is something actually I have met a lot of life coaches, but I've never gone through their journey. That's why I wanted to have her on my show so that the people like me in my audience know more about it.
Yeah. But life coaching, Tanvi, is different. So this is what I do in healing, which I told you. Serenity Surrender is a healing
Healing.
modality. Life coaching is totally different. Life coaching, people feel that it is something which anybody can proclaim themselves as life coach because they have experienced so many
So
things
many
in their
things in their
life,
lives.
so they have the authority to announce themselves
Announce
as
themselves
life
life
coach. No,
coach.
it is again a proper certification one needs to go through. And life coaching is basically where a coach navigates you to your goal, future goal, in any aspect of life,
Hmm.
by collaborating with you,
Okay.
by hand holding and being with by your side always,
Okay.
believing that you are equally empowered. So just uh, being there with you, somebody having there with you. If you must have in your childhood, when we start
Walking.
taking small
Hmm.
steps, and the moment we are about to fall,
Fall.
you are held by your parents.
Parents.
So
Yeah,
the
right.
kind of support you feel, the similar way life coach is there with you to support.
Yeah, that's amazing. Thank you, Abha. Thank you for
Yeah.
introducing yourself. So I have gone through your profile and come across like you have been doing healing as a profession for almost a decade.
Yeah.
So why did you choose to walk on the path of life coach and that too in the relationship?
Right, right. So Tanvi, see, life coaching has not replaced healing. So I am doing healing, and simultaneously I chose life coaching because there are people who might not need therapy, who might not need healing. They might not have trauma attached to their past trauma attached to their life. They want to move on to certain destination, right? So there are future goals, because therapy usually deals with what we carry from the past.
Past, yeah,
We
right.
heal it, right? Or whatever problems we have in our life, we treat it from our past beliefs.
Hmm.
For life coaching, we there are people who are very clear in their mind, like this is my future goal, be it in relationship, be it in career, be it in anything, right?
Hmm.
So this is my goal, I want to reach here, from here to here. So that is about future goals. So coaching is that. So I wanted to try that also, because that was also very something which was attracting me,
Attracting,
right? So,
yeah.
like how this could be done. So there are techniques for it, life coaching also. It's not like, as I told you, it's not
Hmm.
anybody can proclaim to be life
Exactly.
coach by speaking, giving a motivational speech. That is how people perceive it.
Yeah.
So that is how I was quite inclined towards it. And it's been not, I've been practicing it for the past 1 year,
Okay.
and not very old. But yes, along with the practice, I am learning also. And one more difference I would like to state, Tanvi, that in when we are healing people, right? So there is a sense of empowering them, right? That we are empowering. We, as a healer, we have certain privilege to understand their energies and heal them, their energies. But life coach, life coaching is not that. Life coaches believe that their client or the people they are coaching, they have that power
Power to
already.
already.
So there is
Hmm.
always the feeling of being equal to each other, at par with each other, so that the client feels safe, secure in their hands. There is no judgment, there is only active listening and active questioning.
Questioning. So basically, when we talk about healing, healing is to let them alone, and when we are talking about life coaching in relationship, going hand in hand with them.
Yes, yes, yes. Healing is, like whoever comes for healing, they come in a state where they are shattered in some aspect of their life.
Okay.
So they feel so vulnerable, they feel they are powerless. So healer for them becomes somebody who would say, okay, see, I have the power, so I am going to
Help
heal
you.
you and I will empower you. So
Yeah.
there is still a feeling of being superior to, than the clients.
Okay.
And what is so amazing about life coaching is that there is no such thing. Like we feel, okay, we are at equal level, and
Hmm.
I can hold your hand, I can take you step by step to wherever you want.
You want. Okay.
So
Yeah.
that brings in a lot of trust, uh, faith, and confidence in the
Yeah,
client.
in fact, like if for when we talk about relationship, the healthy relationships comes with faith and love only, like
Yes,
trust.
yeah. Your another question which I remember, you just said that why relationship? Yes. So for as a life coach, there are different niches, and mine is relationship.
Hmm.
And what brought me to this is my own work on relationship. Right,
Okay.
the way I evolved. I uh, like my even my healing journey. So my healing also started with the same thing, wherein I worked on my relationships, and I found myself, I'm in a position wherein I can just handhold somebody and take them to a healthy relationship.
Oh, that's
And
good.
for me, people feel it like it may be too maybe too what should I say, too unrealistic for them. But for me, because I have gone on that path, and I trust, I believe, I can say it with confidence that there is no relationship which cannot be handled. So, as I said, it doesn't mean, that I have all my relationships, totally, glowing and glorifying with, flowery picture of them. No, everybody has their own part of sweetness and sourness in the relationship. But how well we go along with that, how can we remain stable in that relationship? How can we remain non-judgmental in that relationship? And how, when to draw a boundary, you know uh, uh, uh,
between the
between,
boundaries between
like,
relationship.
where to we have to be excessively welcoming, or where we have to
Withdraw.
withdraw,
True.
right? So that that particular difference where we know. So that is what understanding. It is not that relationship, being relationship coach is like, I will fix all your relationship. No,
No, no, no, definitely
how
not.
to live with every kind of relationship, and how to allow yourself to evolve through each relationship.
It's
Because
again like
yeah,
finding yourself,
of
being in a
course,
relationship.
that is what my book Checkmate is talking about,
Yeah,
right?
actually, that's something.
Of course, I've taken one aspect of relationship, that is marriage,
Yes,
but everything starts, the major
setbacks
problem
and
and the
problems.
present setbacks. Yeah, of course, the entire world and the atmosphere where we are living is all about
Change.
marriage. First शादी कैसे करें, and then वो शादी चले कैसे, and फिर शादी टूट गई तो sustain कैसे करना है. So this is all a story going.
Yeah, exactly. Like I have read that book and I reread that book. So I was feeling like we all grow up when
Right,
the female's life changes
right,
basically. So that's when the complications basically start. I'm not
right,
married, I'm single, yeah, but I have seen people in my life. I have lived
right.
in a joint family and I have seen all those relationships, how they
Of
grew.
course, it is from the perspective of a female protagonist, but it is not only about marriage, it is not only about females.
Hmm.
I'm talking about anybody facing any relationship.
Any relationship, yeah,
How you can, evolve through that relationship by understanding yourself through it. Like, if
exactly.
somebody is saying nasty words to you, like, what is there within you which has invited that nastier thing from them? So to focus on that, because everything is within you,
True, like
right?
finding yourself is very
Yeah,
important
yeah,
to sustain any relationship
right,
and, in fact, to sustain yourself or survive
right.
in this world.
If you have love within, you will attract love. If you have hatred within, you will attract
Attract
hatred.
hatred. That's
But
true.
in relationships, we have usually, like, seen that there is, the first thing comes is blame,
Hmm.
right? The other one has not done it.
Yeah, blame game is everywhere. In fact, not just in relationship. I think that's a human tendency
Right.
to put it on somebody else. Nobody want to take the accountability of
That
their
is
doings.
because, see, because underneath is ego, right?
Exactly.
So to just protect that ego, we keep on blaming others,
Yeah, true.
right?
That's
And that
literally
is
correct.
that shatters relationship.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to recognize their ego. Nobody wants to put their guards down, right? So this is what is happening.
Since you have been pursuing life coaching in relationship for a year now, have you come across people dealing with extramarital affairs like in your book Checkmate? How did you deal with them and what was the impact of their lifestyle or maybe their relationship on you personally?
Yeah. So, Tanvi, first of all, this term extramarital affair, is something which is, I think, a, a lot in fashion, right, these days. And we need to understand the dynamics, and instead of, just tagging it, or, making it a taboo. Uh, we this is how our this is the reality basically of the current relationships, or the ongoing marital relationships, where there is lack of communication between the two, right?
Hmm.
And due to lack of communication, there is no time for communication at all, because we have become so ambitious, be it, a female or a male, or, male has to be a provider, act as a provider for the family, right? So, and female, they have to prove themselves, right, that they are not, equally
Compatible.
yeah. So I think this race or this competition has taken a toll over us, and
True.
we have forgotten to pause, and that is creating havoc in the relationships, right? Because of lack of time, quality time given to each other, listening to each other. Listening has stopped.
Yeah.
Speaking is more. We have become louder,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
And that is why I took up life coaching, because life coaching, the beauty of life coaching is to just listen to the other, right? And that is how I have imbibed so much from life coaching too. So this is okay. Coming to your question, yes, this is something which is the reality of today's society, and we don't understand it. Some few relationships are deliberately, because it is basically done to escape what is not acceptable in the current relationship,
Hmm.
right? So a lot of escapism is going on. We are living a life of escapist. That's how I feel, right? How I deal with this, yes, a lot of, even if it is healing or it is life coaching,
Hmm.
there are a lot of cases, every other cases where there is lack of emotional uh, affiliation with the partner. There is involvement, physical involvement with the other person, sexual involvement with the other
Other
person,
person,
and
right.
then there is a guilt. There is a questions, how see, we can say a number of things in the name of modernity. We can
Yeah,
say
right.
a number of things justifying everything, right?
True.
uh, but point here is, like, as a life coach as well as a healer, my first job is to listen to the client and be non-judgmental,
Yeah, that's very
right?
important, I
i
feel.
i will I don't name it as extramarital affair,
Hmm.
right? It is something which they need some anchor in their life.
Hmm.
When that anchor is missing, so two people, they just go haywire. There is no anchoring, right? So that is how somebody else comes in
Comes
their
in
life
between. Yeah.
and takes place. And there are, of course, there are relationships which uh, like cannot be given name, which cannot, which people can't understand, because there is, when there is deliberate connection, that you have done it. But there
True.
are some non-deliberate connections, we don't know where it is coming from. We don't
Hmm.
want to get into it, but we get
We
into
get
it.
into it. Yeah, right.
So there are such people also where they're coming to me, and we cannot place them in right and wrong category.
Hmm. Hmm, hmm.
It needs to be dealt with a lot of sensitivity, and that works in both, whether it is the such cases are taken up in through healing, or whether it is taken up as life coaching.
Life coaching.
That works because it takes time, but they understand that what has gone wrong in the relationship, right? And this is what, like, the first thing I deal with is being non-judgmental.
Yeah, that actually, I
Yes.
believe that is the most important thing.
Because see, being, this is what society is doing. This is being
Exactly,
judgmental. They are
society.
getting stories, they are getting gossips out of it.
Hmm.
And the situation, the one who is into it, they don't know their mental trauma, they don't know their dilemmas, they don't know what they are going through.
Yeah, actually, we nobody will understand the
Yes.
traumas and dilemmas and the stress the other person is going. They will come and they will judge and they will go.
So
Society is doing it
yeah,
very well.
of course. So there is the first thing, I think, going beyond judgments. That is what my book is about. Going beyond judgments.
Going beyond
The
judgment, right?
character who was, once upon a time, she was so judgmental, who was so, in the name of being moralistic, she was very judgmental on each and everything. And it is a proven fact that whatever you are judging today, after some time you'll be doing the same, you'll be getting into the same, and then you will have your own set of justification for it. So point here is, there is nothing right, there is nothing
Nothing wrong.
wrong. You just live the moment, And through that moment, it has come for you to evolve,
Evolve, right?
grow, right? People are meant to, right? That is also part of your choice. You have chosen. If people are judging you, you have chosen to be judged,
Exactly.
right? Otherwise, you always have a choice,
You have a choice. Like you can like ignore them. Na? They don't matter in your life.
right?
So
So
that is
whatever
something.
it is, like being cluttering your life by getting into such thing, or just take a stand again to be out of it, or find out what had gone wrong, which took me towards this, why the whatever is present with me is so avoidable, is so like, I don't want that person and I want somebody else, right?
Yeah. So has it impacted you emotionally when you have dealt with people?
The first thing we learn is detachment. That is how, when I say, as a healer, a lot of self work has gone, and it's still every moment is a self work,
Okay. Yeah.
wherein I
Actually, yeah.
realize when is the moment when I'm getting attached to a client, and when is the moment I'm not getting client. And I have made it, this is a matter of practice.
Exactly.
Initially, when I came into this field, of course, it used to bother me, because see, you're not totally out of 100% out of judgment. You still have some aspect of, some part of you is still into judgment. आज भी एक पल कहीं पर judgment आती है, then we become aware. Judgment will be there, but the awareness of being, like I am judging somebody,
Hmm.
that is another step which evolves you.
There comes a responsibility in your
Because people
profession.
don't understand, they don't realize that they are judging the other,
Hmm.
right?
Exactly.
So
That's
it's not
correct.
that you will be completely out of judgment, but realizing that there is judgment going on from you, from your side. So uh, that is how I made my journey, wherein I, as a healer or as a life coach, first being non-judgmental, totally detached from their issue, that is a third person doing something, and now I am somebody who needs to
Help them or
help
heal.
them.
Yeah. So, when you are writing a story, maybe subconsciously you are writing something related to what has happened with one of your clients.
Mm.
So, how do you deal with the privacy and storytelling at that time?
See, of course, this is totally non-ethical if I use their name and use their case as it is. Of course, if I have to tell a story or give example, just which will help. Like, the first thing is that why would I tell a story of a client having it in my mind? Why would I write in my book? If it, until and unless it doesn't have some message, right? Secondly, that I cannot do that with their name mentioned there, until unless it is a case study and taken with due permission from the client, right? So of course it will go as a fiction, it will go as a, and the story will be little not the
Exact
complete
version.
exact there will be some either understatement, exaggeration, or something like that, but the form will be changing, right? It will be totally changed thing, not, the where the same story is being put.
Also, in your book, you have touched upon dream interpretation. So, I'm curious to know whether you believe in dream interpretation. If you do you know how to like interpret dreams?
I believe in dreams. And to a great extent, I interpret dreams, right?
Okay.
Because as a healer, I understand energies, I understand subconscious mind, and dreams are the projection of what we have in our subconscious mind, right? So सपने तब आते हैं जब आपका कॉन्शियस माइंड बिल्कुल सो जाता है, right? So then your subconscious mind comes to the fore, sleep state में आपके, and that tells so much about your hidden energies, right? So through that, I interpret what is there hidden in my energies, so that I can heal it, right? So there could be positive, there could be negative, right?
Hmm.
And how do I interpret it? I get into the feeling of it, right? So when I see a dream, right? So a dream, you see a line in your dream, I see a line in my dream, right?
Hmm.
But it's not, the interpretation cannot be same,
Exactly.
right? How you saw it, what feelings it brought you in your dream, that matters. That is your energy, right? And what it brought to me, that is my energy. So the same lion can represent, for you it can represent victory, for me it can represent ferociousness, it can represent my hidden rage for something. So it is like how I connect to my feeling, like when I saw this dream, what was my feeling, what was my experience, and through that I heal myself.
So, like, you do it for your clients as well?
When they talk about their dream, of course,
Okay.
so it becomes easier. Like they talk about their recurring dreams, and they talk about
Yeah,
their hallucinations, they talk about, so that helps a lot, because that is your energy only they're talking about. And as an energy healer, it's very easy to get into your energies when you speak about dream, because that was the state when you are not consciously awakened.
yeah, because I think I have heard it like the thoughts in subconscious mind make you more energetic. Like they are the most energetic thoughts.
Yeah, because subconscious mind, covers the major part of our mind. So subconscious mind is much more intenser,
Hmm.
much more like it has a very high frequency, because the most of our mind is like 75%. Say it is covered by our subconscious mind.
Subconscious mind. Usually, when people hear the terms healing, dream interpretation, the first reaction is this is not exact science. If somebody will tell them कि मुझे depression है, they will like their parents' reaction would be एक थप्पड़ लगा के सब ठीक हो जाएगा. और
Mhm.
अगर friends के सामने बोल दिया अरे यार चल घूम के आते हैं सब ठीक हो जाएगा. So ऐसे
Mhm.
ऐसे thoughts आते हैं. What is your take on such thoughts?
तो साइंस क्या है? साइंस क्या है? साइंस वो है जहाँ पे हमें लॉजिक हमारे लिए अवेलेबल है. सो एनीथिंग विच इज रिलेटेड विद लॉजिक, और हम वहाँ पे रीजनिंग देते हैं, तो वो साइंस बन जाता है, तथ्य होता है, एंड दैट बिकम्स साइंस, राइट? वी टॉक अबाउट गॉड. गॉड के बारे में बात करते हैं, एंड हंड्रेड्स, थाउजेंड्स, मिलियंस ऑफ पीपल, राइट,
Hmm,
इतना कुछ कर रहे हैं, रिलीजन फॉलो कर रहे हैं, रिचुअल्स फॉलो कर रहे हैं. what is it based upon?
true.
Is there any logic? Because nobody has seen God, right? So of course it's a matter of trust, one thing, but we need to educate people. So far as I'll talk about myself. So far as my healing is concerned, dream analysis, as you said, dream analysis is nothing different, because it is, even psychologist is a part of psychology, right? So psychologists use dream analysis for their therapy, right? It is a therapy, in fact.
Hmm.
And so far as my healing is concerned, it is again based on the logical fact or existence of conscious and subconscious mind,
Hmm.
right? So conscious and subconscious mind, again, which is a part of understanding of it, or id, ego, superego, and all of this, the psychological terms, right?
Hmm.
If that is taken as science, so healing is also science, right? And we heal with all, it has got scientific or psychological connection. It's not something जादू टोना which we are doing. ठीक है, हम ऐसा कुछ नहीं कर रहे हैं. ठीक है, और जो भी वो मंत्र पढ़ के फूक नहीं मार रहे हैं. So even mantra, see, I'm not, we should, any see, what I believe personally, so anything existing in this world has logic. Nothing
True.
is, nothing is existing without logic. हर चीज का लॉजिक है. हम रिचुअल जो करते हैं उसका भी लॉजिक है, रिलीजन जो फॉलो करते हैं उसका भी लॉजिक है, राइट? और एग्जिस्टेंस ऑफ गॉड का भी लॉजिक है, provided how deep you delve within to find out your answers. And इसके लिए definitely we need to educate people, we need to make them understand there are facts beyond the apparent facts. सो दोज जो माइंड की बात करते, सो बायोलॉजी आपका ब्रेन की बात करता है, एंड वी टॉक अबाउट माइंड.
Hmm.
सो
Right.
आप अपना सिटी स्कैन कराने जा रहे हैं, एमआरआई कराने जाएंगे, उसमें माइंड नहीं आ रहा है, right? But now the time has come when people have started talking about mind, they have started talking about psychological
Psychological terms.
facts and treating those, और उससे results भी आ रहे हैं. Had it been like, अगर वो results नहीं होते, तो मेन तो लॉजिक तभी आता है ना, when you see the results, you
Result.
see the impact of it,
Mm-hmm. Right,
right?
right. That's correct.
So we need to educate people, right? There are वो भी, ऐसे भी तो लोग हैं जो झाड़ फूक कराने जाते हैं, राइट? सो झाड़ फूक भी गलत नहीं है,
Hmm.
वो भी उनके लिए काम करता है. क्यों करता है? बिकॉज देयर इज अ ट्रस्ट.
Yeah, trust
सो ट्रस्ट वर्क्स. ट्रस्ट इज अ
is what we
पॉजिटिव
need.
एनर्जी. आप जिस चीज पे ट्रस्ट करेंगे, यहाँ पे तो पत्थर को भगवान मान लेते हैं,
True, yeah,
और वो उनके
that's
लिए मैनिफेस्ट
that's
करता
true.
है चीजें, राइट?
Mm-hmm. Right,
सो
that's
दैट्स अ
correct.
मैटर ऑफ ट्रस्ट. बट ऑफ कोर्स, सो फॉर इज लॉजिक इज कंसर्न, हम लोग मानते हैं, हम पढ़े लिखे लोग हैं, हमें लॉजिक चाहिए हर चीज में, तो हर चीज का लॉजिक है. हर मोडालिटी, इवन हीलिंग की जो चल रही है, हर चीज का लॉजिक है. सो हमारी जो मोडालिटी मैं प्रैक्टिस करती हूँ, सेरेनिटी सरेंडर, ऑफ कोर्स इट हैज अ ग्रेट लॉजिक इन इट, इट हैज अ ग्रेट साइंस इन इट. जो हम हील करने के लिए जो हम पूरे यूज करते हैं, द टेक्निक वी यूज, इट इज completely logical. And once clients know it, they are ready to learn it also, because they find it logical.
Yeah,
So
that's needed.
logic, of course, everybody requires to satisfy themselves, to pursue something, or take up as a treatment. जब तक लॉजिक नहीं होता, नहीं करते. बट
Hmm.
बहुत सारी चीजें हैं जिनका कोई लॉजिक नहीं है, बट स्टिल दे आर मेकिंग एन इम्पैक्ट.
Exactly. Like if we talk about yoga and meditation, most people don't believe in it. They don't take it as a
But now,
science.
Tanvi, it's not like that. Now they are understanding the subtle mechanism of body,
Hmm.
mind, and soul,
Soul.
and how the concept of spirit, soul, everything is coming up, and people understand it, right? Because when we talk about vibrational frequency of the energy we are, the soul we are, people are getting these things, right?
Hmm.
कि ये है, ये साइंस है. आप शांत होके खड़े हो जाइए, आप एक फ्रीक्वेंसी के साथ वाइब्रेट करते हो. वाई? करंट नहीं लग रहा आपको,
हाँ.
बट यू आर वाइब्रेटिंग,
Vibrating. मतलब
बिकॉज
vibration is there.
यू आर एनर्जी.
Hmm.
तो वो जब एनर्जी है, तो उसका मैकेनिज्म आपको हीलिंग के थ्रू आप समझ पाते हो, और फिर वो कैसे हम ट्रीट, बेसिकली हमें एनर्जी को ही करना पड़ता है.
Hmm.
सो बॉडी इज ट्रीटेड मेडिकली, राइट? उसको हमने साइंस
Yeah,
मान
like
लिया.
mind.
बट हम जो एनर्जी, जो बॉडी के नीचे जो पार्ट है, जो इनविजिबल है, तो इनविजिबल पे हमें लॉजिक चाहिए, राइट?
Hmm.
तो फिर दुनिया जहान भूत प्रेत से भी तो डर रही है.
Hmm.
सो लॉजिक है भी, लॉजिक नहीं भी
नहीं
है.
भी
इट्स अ
है.
मैटर ऑफ हाउ इट
Trust.
वर्क्स फॉर यू.
So coming to the last section, I have 5 questions for you. You have to be quick to answer those questions. So the
दैट इज
first
वेरी
one
डिफिकल्ट एक्चुअली.
so the first question is a movie or a book that represents the healthy relationship.
ओनली सूरज बढ़ जाते हैं फिल्म, ऑल फिल्म्स. हम साथ साथ हैं, हम आपके हैं कौन, दे हैव typical healthy relationship stories.
One fictional couple you would like to coach.
Ross and Rachel from Friends.
Okay. What would you tell your younger self about relationship?
Hmm. Listen more, speak less.
Oh my God. Choose one, guiding people through coaching or impacting people through writing.
Both. Both.
You have to
I
choose one.
cannot choose one. Both. They're equally, like for me, coaching and writing would be, at the same pedestal.
Okay. What's your perspective on the role of communication in a relationship?
Role of communication, I think, is the only basis of a healthy relationship. Means, until and unless we don't communicate, right, how we feel, and to the other, right, and if it is difficult to for the other to understand, like कि उसे तो समझ जाना चाहिए ना, right? Most of the couple, they have like, इसे तो इतना समझना चाहिए, मैं इतने सालों से इसके साथ हूँ, right?
It's
And
like
why is he or she not understanding, right?
it's like कि मैंने तो अपने फेस मेरे फेस एक्सप्रेशन तो थे ही ना, तुमने
हाँ,
समझा क्यों नहीं? I had
right,
the subtitles on my
right.
face.
So ये बहुत dangerous है, like उसे तो समझ जाना चाहिए, like you know, the subtleties of your emotions, what the intricacies of your emotions, you need to put it across, you need to express. So communication, I think, uh, is the sole ingredient, I think, to, you know, then the question comes ki, what if, you know, other one will not listen, or
Listen.
the other one is not listening. And there, I think, there are many ways to communicate. It's not only verbal communication, there are so many communications. So communication, you know, answering it in a very short way, I think you might, otherwise I'll go on speaking. So it is like, yes, I think that this is something which comes first.
That's great. So that brings me to the end of my questions. Thank you, Abba, for joining today. I am literally sure that the audience will enjoy this discussion thoroughly. Before we wrap up, I would like to know your experience about today's discussion.
Tanvi, it was wonderful. You know, you're being here and you're asking me the questions which were quite relevant and quite like which gave me which gave me opportunity or platform to vent out, you know, my own perspective on certain things. So the questions you asked were really, I think, the audience is going to get some insights through it. And that is why, you know, I would request all your audience to follow your YouTube channel,
Picked
Pricked
Insights.
Insight.
If you also want to join me for an insightful discussion, do check out the description for details. Stay tuned for the next episode.